Welcome to day number 4 of the Amazon Resellers Profit Roadmap Workshop, where we're walking you through and outlining how to realistically make a full-time income selling on Amazon in 2025. The first day we talked through about just how amazing the opportunity is to sell on Amazon, that they just keep making tons of money, and third-party sellers like you and me make up over 60% of all the sales on Amazon. So it's great that that's an opportunity for us, and the growth just continues to happen over and over again every single year. And so that was day one. Day number two, we talked about the kind of inventory that you need to focus on. Not the one-off inventory that you find at a garage sale or thrift store or a clearance aisle that you're not going to be able to restock, but have inventory that you're able to find on a consistent basis, that sells on a consistent basis. We walked you through that. On Wednesday, yesterday, we walked you through how to use a tool to be able to have confidence that what you're buying is going to sell. It's going to sell for what you think it's going to sell for, maybe how many items that you should buy with that. If you missed any of the previous workshop sessions, check out the link fulltimefba.com/replays so that you can gain access to the replays, because they're only going to be up for a limited amount of time, and we want to make sure that you watch them before they are brought down. Another thing we want to remind you of is this right here. It's our workbook that matches up with each of our sessions. There's fill in the blanks, places for you to write notes. And so if you want to download this, fulltimefba.com/workbook, it's our Amazon Reseller Roadmap workbook that can help you just lock in the knowledge that you are hearing so that you don't forget and you don't take action, because knowledge is great, but it's wasted if you don't put it into action. And so we hope that this is going to help you really do well in your Amazon business. And so the workbook's going to help you actually put some action, because guess what? Sometimes we forget about things and sometimes we don't actually follow through with it. But if you write it down, it happens. It's more likely to actually happen. So we're going to jump into today's session, the expedition, your journey to a full-time income selling on Amazon. I'm going to share my screen. Rebecca's going to tell me if she can see the screen on her screen. We're going to share the PowerPoint presentation. And so, Rebecca, can you see the day 4 title page for today's session?
I see it. Looks good.
Excellent, excellent. All right. And so this is day 4 of our 5-day workshop. We will be back again tomorrow night around the same time. And I do want to remind everybody, if you are here live with us all 5 days of this workshop, you will be entered into a drawing, and one lucky person will win this FBA starter pack that has supplies. It's worth about $300. You'll win it tomorrow night. If you are the lucky person whose name is drawn, who is here all 5 days, you will win it Friday night, live on the call, and we will ship it out Saturday or Sunday to you. So this is really good, nice supply. Almost every Amazon seller uses these items, and so it's a good idea to have it. And guess what? If you already have it, you have a backup, because nothing lasts forever. We know that because this past week our house got hit by lightning and some of our electronics got, uh, you know, fried basically, and we've had to go through and replace some certain items. We're fine. Our house is fine. Um, but it was a crazy experience when your house gets hit by lightning and your fireplace explodes. But that's not the topic of what we're talking about tonight. We want to make sure that you are ready to make a full-time income selling on Amazon. So that's what our topic is, your journey to full-time FBA success. Because like we've said before, if you are merchant fulfilling, it's going to be super hard to grow your business. You want to go full-time FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, where Amazon uh, fulfills your orders to your customers and or stores all your inventory and ships it out for you. And if the Amazon customer returns it, they take care of the returns for you. Um, but there is something that is very crucial to making a full-time income selling on Amazon. In fact, this is the first fill in the blank. To make a full-time income, you need quality inventory in stock at Amazon. Now, quality inventory is the first fill in the blank. That doesn't mean like quality fabric or quality ingredients or anything like that. It means inventory items that sell quickly and sell at a high price that you expect them to sell for. One of the things that we talked about yesterday on the call was the frustration when items tank on Amazon. They're priced at $25, and then by the time your item gets to Amazon, it's down to like 17, and then and just keeps going down. That's a frustrating aspect. So a quality item is an item that sells quickly and sells at the price. So I want to walk you through a little bit of my experience as an Amazon seller. Um, here's an outline of what has happened year by year in my Amazon business. I started my Amazon business in 2011. By 2014, I was able to start making six figures in sales. But to do it, I had to have over 3,000 items in my inventory. And so people are like, all right, you sold six figures, 3,000 items in my inventory. So should I have 3,000 inventory items in stock at Amazon in order for me to make six figures in sales? Like, well, that's what I experienced. But is that what I experienced every year? No, look at what happened. In 2015, I was able to increase my sales by 50%. But my average inventory of the number of SKUs, the number of items that I had, unique items that I had at Amazon warehouse was cut in half because I was buying better inventory that sold faster, and I was able to restock. I had more replens that I could continually purchase when my supply level started going down. And then 2016, I increased my sales again by another 50%. And so I really just had an opportunity to continue to hone my sourcing skills and was able to have an average inventory of about 900 inventory items in stock, but make more money because I had more replens. And in 2017, my inventory increased by 40%. Yet my number of SKUs went down to 750. Y'all can read the chart. 2018, my sales increased 20%, but I decreased the number of inventory items I had in stock to about 500. In 2019, I increased my sales again by another 20%, but brought my inventory average down to about 350. In 2020 happened, and I lost 10% of my sales that I had had. But I continued to improve my sourcing techniques. In 2021, I was able to regain what I had lost the year before, and the average number of items I had in stock at any particular time was about 300 SKUs. I continued to find more replens that I could go deeper on and sell on Amazon on a consistent basis over and over again. In 2022, my sales went up 15%, and my number of inventory items went down to about 200. So, again, will having 3,000 items in stock on any given day help you make six figures? Yes, but it's not guaranteed because it has to be the right kind of inventory items. So I was able to make six figures with 3,000 individual SKUs in my inventory, but I was able to make way over that with just 200 items in my inventory. Again, 200 individual items that I could go deep on that I have multiples of. Let me show you what happened in 2023 and beyond. In 2023, here is a screenshot. I continued to have really great sales, and I decreased my inventory items to like 90 products in stock. But you see, here's an example. Um, on the chart, you can see under the available column, I had 59 of one item. I had 44 of another item, 42. 29, 20. I had multiples of these items, and look at the dates that these items were created. 2023, I had inventory items that I first sold in 2020. So that's basically 3 years of selling this particular item. And so, and then the one that was, I have 44 in stock. I've been selling them since 2019. These are replens. And one of the things that I share with you about replens that are so awesome is that some of these replens last for years, that you can continually replenish your inventory over and over again. And that's what I keep doing with these items. So that was 2023. 2024, 69. 69 items on an average in stock that I was selling. It was pretty amazing. 2025, here's a recent snapshot. 79 items in stock. Yeah, my stock levels are going up a little bit from before. That's just because I keep finding really good replens to help me sell on Amazon. Not only really good replens, but even high priced replens like this $70 item. And so the next fill in the blank for you to look through and think about. It is not how much inventory you have in stock, it's the quality of the inventory that you have in stock. I'm going to sneeze now, so I'm going to mute. All right, my sneeze didn't ever happen, so I thought it was coming. There's times where you feel like you're about to sneeze and then you don't. That's what just happened. So anyway, I just rubbed my nose. Anyway, um, it's possible to make a full-time income with 3,000 of certain inventory, but it's also possible to make a full-time income with less than 100 of certain inventory SKUs, individual SKUs. So it's not how much inventory you have in stock, it's the quality of the inventory that you have in stock. So the next fill in the blank, build up your profit momentum by combining replens with the fast turn snowball. You want to combine replens with the fast turn snowball. Again, what are replens? Replens are items that you can sell on a consistent basis, that you can restock on a consistent basis. Like this, my oldest replen I first found in 2017. Um, you know, uh, the next replen I found in also in 2017. Another replen. I've got multiple replens that I found in 2017. That's almost 10 years ago. We're getting close to a decade long of selling certain replens on Amazon over and over again. And so we would love to teach you and show you how to find these replens so that you can have that kind of inventory. Because if you're just always having to try to always find a new source for inventory and always try to restock inventory and hope it's there without knowing if it's there, it's not sustainable for the long run. I want to walk you through the fast turn snowball because I've talked a lot about replens during this workshop, but I wanted to combine replens with the fast turn snowball. Fast turn snowball is something that you can use this strategy to build up your income over time with Amazon. Here is an example. Now, this is a example so you understand what the fast turn snowball is. It's not something you should expect to happen to you. It's possible, but this is kind of a simplified example of what to expect with a snowball. So, say in January you buy $200 in inventory and you make $300 back after fees. So you reinvest that $300 in more inventory and you make $500 back after fees. Then you reinvest that 500 inventory, you make 900 back after fees. Then you buy more with inventory with that $900 and you make 1,600 back after fees. Do you see how it's getting bigger and bigger? It's like a snowball starting at the top of the mountain. It's small, but as it goes downhill, it gathers up more snow, it gets bigger, it gets powerful, it gets stronger. That's what is possible with selling on Amazon if you follow what we teach and what we coach. In May, you reinvest that $1,600 and make 3,000 back after fees. In June, reinvesting that 3,000 back and make 5,000 back after fees. You see the snowball going downhill, just getting bigger and bigger. In July, reinvesting that 5,000, making back 8,000 after fees. Buy $8,000 in inventory, make 12,000 back after fees. The snowball just keeps getting bigger. And I do want to tell you again, this is not something to expect to happen every single time. It's just to give you a visual and simplified representation of what the fast turn snowball is and what is possible. And so I want to make sure I'm clear with that. And so, um, do you should you reinvest every penny that you make? You might be looking at this and thinking, "Oh, I'm going to need to reinvest, every penny." Well, the more you reinvest of your profits back into more inventory, the faster that snowball is going to grow. And so it's an option for you, but I also understand that there is and there are certain parts of growing a business where you have bills to pay. You need to pay your bills. You need to really make a quality decision with the money that you have in your business. If you're able to reinvest all of your inventory or all of your profits into more inventory, then great. That's going to help you really be able to finally get to a place where you are um, you're growing and you're able to grow a lot faster. And so it's something to consider because there is a lot of opportunity out there. And the more you can reinvest into um, inventory, the more you can grow your business. But I do understand you've got bills to pay. Maybe there's some tools that you want to pay for to help you grow even more. And that's something we can help you also with our coaching program because we can help you with deciding how you want to budget for things for sourcing, things for the tools that you use. It is something that for you to know and for you to understand. Next, fill in the blank. The fastest path to any destination is via a guide. Um, if there, whether your guide is GPS telling you which way to go, whether your guide is someone who's been there and can show you the way. Maybe GPS can't help you with the destination that you're wanting to go because hopefully your destination is making a full-time income on Amazon. We've been there. We've been able to show others about how to get there. And our coaching program is now open. In fact, it's not only open, there are some amazing bonuses and some big time coupon codes that can help you save a lot of money. And those coupon codes expire midnight, 11:59 p.m. Friday night, tomorrow night. So we're recording this on May 15th. The coupon codes expire midnight Central on May 16th. So now is your chance to go to be able to get the savings that you need so that you can make some good money on Amazon. And so when you're looking at the full-time FBA coaching program, this is part of what you get. You get 25 hours of pre-recorded training, including our Jumpstart Amazon course, our online arbitrage course, our replens course, our Keepa course, and our pricing course. This is if you choose the 12-month coaching program. You get coaching content that's going to help you learn the knowledge. Then you take what you learn or the questions that you have from the coaching content, the courses, and you come to our bi-weekly coaching calls. We meet every other week and you ask your questions on the coaching calls. You get clarity. You ask suggestions and really understand what is best for you and your situation. Maybe you don't have unlimited funds, so you need to find some strategic ways to invest into your inventory properly. Maybe you live in the middle of nowhere, and so you don't need retail arbitrage help, you need online arbitrage help. We can help you with that. So these are the courses that help you. I do want to remind you of the coupon codes that expire tomorrow night. There's a pay in full coupon code if you decide to join our coaching program and pay in full. We also have a payment plan coupon code for you if you need to spread out your payments across um, across the coaching program. So fulltimefba.com/coaching to help you along. I would love to be the guide to help you make a full-time income selling on Amazon. We've been there, we've been experiencing it, and we've helped others do that as well. A special bonus if you sign up before midnight on Monday night, a 30-minute one-on-one strategy call where we'll get on a call and strategize exactly how to get started or to get to the next level in your Amazon business. If you decide to pay in full, boom, you get this starter kit without having to wait to win it tomorrow night. You can get the pay in full bonus of this starter kit that we'll send to you. There's also, if you pay in full for our 12-month program, you get not just that one quarterly call, but three more for a total of four quarterly calls, one-on-one strategy calls with me. Most people sign up for our group coaching. This one-on-one time is just me and you talking through the details that you need to focus on, what you need to do, how to overcome whatever roadblocks you are experiencing, because it's good to do this quarterly because the things that you experience toward the beginning of your Amazon business are going to be different than the things 6 months later. Q4 is going to be different than trying to sell during Q2. So fulltimefba.com/coaching, you get this pay in full bonus if you do the 12-month coaching pay in full, and we're excited about that. So take advantage of these coupon codes. They are going to help you be able to make some good money selling on Amazon. And so I do want to say um, the five C's of selling, the five C's of success when it comes to making a full-time income selling on Amazon. Now, these are the five C's that match up with our coaching program. The first C is content. I've already told you about getting up to 25 hours of content, immediate access to that when you sign up for our coaching program. So the first C was content. The second C, a custom experience. We don't just have a cookie cutter type of situation where we teach everyone the exact same thing. No, we learn about you, your situation, and we give you a customized experience to help you with exactly where you are to get to where you want to go with what your goals are. Next, is the next C is excuse me, consistent strategy. Continuous strategy. Well, both of those work. They both start with C, right? So a continuous strategy that is because that's what we're doing. With our coaching calls, we've got the pre-recorded stuff, but we talk about new strategies on our coaching calls when they come up and help you know the latest. Like our last coaching call, we talked about dealing with tariffs and issues with tariffs and how that might impact your Amazon business and how you should tweak that. In fact, if you join our coaching program, you get access to previous coaching calls, so you can watch that and learn what to do and how to respond to tariffs and what potentially might happen and what's already happening right now. So that continuous strategy is huge. The next C for the five C's of success is CEO talks. Um, if you don't start to realize that you are the CEO of your Amazon business, then you're not going to succeed because a CEO, that's the kind of mindset you need to really find the success. And that's what we talk a lot about also in our coaching calls. Mindset, making sure you have the right kind of mindset and the CEO mindset that will help you find success and find really good profits in your Amazon business. Because even if you find great inventory, if you don't run your business well, it's not gonna work out. It's not gonna end well. And we want to help you succeed. That's what we are here for. So our CEO talks are huge. And then the final C is community. The community, it's really cool. I've done both individual coaching, one-on-one, and I've done group coaching. And in both situations, like we develop a friendship, a community, whether it's one-on-one, it's just me and you hanging out for an hour every other week. Like we develop a bond and a friendship. I'm coaching, I'm suggesting, I am mentoring, and I'm showing you the way to go. But also, it's just natural that a friendship and that kind of community forms. And then with our group coaching calls, it's one of the most encouraging, uplifting times of my week usually. And I love the way we all help each other because I'm coaching and helping, But other people in the group coaching call are also like, yeah, I dealt with that issue 6 months ago, and here's how I overcame that. And so we're able to have that kind of community to help each other out. Um, and so we want to help you in any way possible. So with our coaching call, and if you have questions, you're like, I'm still not sure if coaching is right for me. I want to invite you to a connect call. I feel like most of the things I'm talking about start with the letter C recently. A connect call, fulltimefba.com/connect. You can sign up for a quick 10-minute call with me. Ask me whatever questions you have that's on your mind. We want to help you with that. Speaking of questions, feel free to start asking your questions if you have not already. In just a moment, I'm going to bring one of our coaching clients on the call. We're going to kind of talk through a little bit about their experience, and then we're going to get into some questions. So whatever questions you have, put those in the chat or the questions tab, and we'll have a good time. So, um, Sasha and Andy, I'm going to kick y'all off. You're going to come back as a panelist and be able um, to come on and turn your camera on in just a moment. So that's going to happen. And so I am promoting them to a panelist, and we're going to have them come on very soon. All right. Um, so they're going to come on camera. I'm going to talk with them. It's going to be a quick interview because I'd like for you to hear more from just me, but also to hear from people who have been, coaching as well. So, um, in the coaching program and have experience. So, Andy and Sasha, how y'all doing this evening?
How are you? Doing well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for taking time to come out here. And I say come out here like, you're at home. But to come on the call with us tonight.
You can find us out there. It's okay. Yeah.
Yes.
We could use a little.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit of like when you first joined the coaching program, what made you want to join the full-time FBA coaching program?
Well, we were kind of listening to your podcast at first, and then we got the idea to start selling, and then we started with FBM, which we're still doing FBM, but we're going to transition probably within the next month or so. And after listening to your podcast and all your episodes, I kind of hinted to my wife, like, hey, like I've been listening to this. I didn't bring it on, but then finally she's like, well, if you want to try it. And I was like, okay, let's try it. To be more successful, basically. And we want to make this a full-time thing, especially for her, so she could be doing this from home, and I'll continue doing my job, and she don't have to be worrying about going for an employment and all that stuff. You know what I mean? She could do her own thing here and then run a full business. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. So what has been y'all's experience so far, like with the coaching calls? What are the coaching calls like, and how have they been helpful for you?
Well, we've been on two of them so far. We're still really new. I think we've been on there for like a month or so, or less than that, a couple weeks, 3 weeks. But they are really helpful.
They really, sorry,
Sorry.
they really are helpful. I mean, and like you said, it's like the community type based thing, and hearing people's struggles and relating. I mean, just the whole thing is really, really, really a good experience. And you guys, I've listened to a lot of your stuff too through him, so. But and I love it. I really do. It really helps out a lot, and with the whole thing. So. Yeah.
That's so good. So what would you tell someone if they're like on the fence? They're like, I don't know if this whole coaching thing is worth it. Should I do it? Like, what would you tell them to kind of help them decide to make that decision?
If you're really in it for the long haul and you're trying to really make something out of it, then definitely do it. It's very beneficial, I feel. And people are always scared, they live in fear about finances, they live in fear about money. But I feel it's worth it. And I say just go for it. If it's something you're serious about, then yes, definitely go for it. You'll learn and it's fun. It's fun to learn too. So
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of fun during our coaching calls.
we do. I love it. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Is there anything else y'all want to share before I let y'all go? I'll kick y'all back off and then you'll come back as an attendee. But um, anything else y'all want to share to kind of help people make that call of whether or not they need coaching or not?
Um, I would say just do it. You know what I mean? You got to find your why. Your why's got to be strong enough to motivate you to get you over that fear of like, hey, is this a real program? Am I going to get scammed? No, you're not going to get
No,
scammed.
it's
Everything's there.
definitely, yeah.
So, and it's been great so far. And just go for it. Just do it. And if you really want to grow your business, just join
Go
the
for it.
club.
Go
Yeah.
for it. Yep,
Yep.
definitely.
Well, cool. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me tonight and just talking through this with me for a little bit. I love you guys. I'm so excited about your journey, and we'll see you on the next coaching call. So,
All right. Well, thank
Thank
you
you
for
yeah.
guys.
everything.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, yeah. So I just wanted y'all to hear their story and see what they've been experienced. Yeah, there are recent signups from our coaching program, and so it's like I wanted you to kind of see that and what has been helpful for them and what what can be helpful for you as well. I want to show you this real quickly. I just need to put my PowerPoint back on. But I got an email from a coaching client, and um, this is what it says. Um, oh, my screen share is not working. It's telling me it's not working. All right. And to try again later. All right, I'll try again later. Well, instead of for you seeing it on screen, I'll read it to you. It's from one of our coaching clients who said, "Greetings, Stephen. Jason here. I wanted to share with you that I had my first sale on Amazon literally the day after my first products went live. It feels amazing to have a sale so quickly. Now I just need to get more products sourced and available." And this part's what I like the most. 2 months ago, selling on Amazon was just an idea, and now I've made a small profit already. Thanks for your coaching and help thus far, and I look forward to learning how I can continue to scale my business. And just seeing that has been just reading that has just been really, really amazing. So my name's Jason Inazo. And so what I want to try to do next, I'm going to try to share my screen one more time and see if this works. Um, all right. All right. So I'm going to, hopefully you can hear this. You might need to turn your volume up. My volume's going to be up, but I want you to hear Jason's story because after I got that email from him, I like, can I interview you? And he was like, well, let's do it on video. So I recorded a video of me talking to him. I cut my questions out and just let you listen to him. But we'll start this, and then Rebecca can let me know if you're able to actually hear what he has to say. Um,
Can you go to full screen or something?
yeah, I'm
Clearly,
going to
you're
go to full
watching a lot of
screen.
Star Wars videos.
Oh, I'm sorry you're seeing my algorithm. Yes, we're gonna go uh to start. Yeah. So I got the captions turned on, but we'll get this started. So my name's Jason Inazo. I think it was July-ish of 23 when I signed up for the program. When I signed up, I had been listening to your podcasts for a little while, liked the content that you had on there, and then found your coaching program. I didn't know a whole lot about selling on Amazon at all, other than kind of what I had seen already online. So I thought that the coaching program would kind of help me get to where I want to be. I believe it was at the end of September or late in September when I first listed my products, the first set of products. So I was at about 3 months in. And then it was like a few days later that I got the first sale. So that was pretty cool. And then I got a couple more sales after that. So it made me feel really good to get that first sale within a couple days of listing the products. So the live calls are great because it's you
posting them so we can interact directly with you. You always start with sharing wins, which I think is nice, which most often transitions into some kind of Q&A right away. Because at least for me, some of the wins that I'm sharing have questions that come with them as well. Because there's so much to learn, and it's such a dynamic environment that nothing's just really cut and dry. There's always something to learn or ask about it, or kind of understand. And then you go on to your kind of topic or topics of the day, which is extremely helpful because it's all things that are relevant. And I've really seen how you like to try and pick topics that kind of coincide with seasons or quarters or whatever it might be, so it's all very relevant information that's not outdated or anything like that, which then can lead to more Q&A as well, and then wrapping up with our goals for until we meet again. So I think the calls are extremely beneficial and helpful, and definitely not wasting any time. So if somebody is struggling and really needs help, either they're fresh like me where I didn't know anything about it, or if they've tried to do it on their own and they're just struggling, the program would help immensely because you have the community. So you definitely have you as a resource, somebody who's been doing this for a long time and has access to a lot of information to share, but then also the other members as well. And so I've noticed there's a lot of collaboration between us other members on those calls as well, and bouncing ideas and whatnot. So I think it's extremely beneficial to help if you're either new or struggling and you need a coach to get you there. And then all the other additional information that you give too, that some of it you just can't get anywhere else, or you might not read on the internet. Or if you do get it on the internet, there's nobody to ask any clarification. So we can ask you the clarification. And then, you create this package. So you have the coaching calls, but then you have your podcasts, you have the emails you send out, you have the follow-up emails you send out after the calls with, links and additional information and kind of the recap. And you're always passing along things kind of in between that come up that might be relevant or coincide with your podcasts. So a lot of information coming from you that helps in addition to just the calls themselves. It's been satisfying seeing things grow. Of course, there's challenges along the way. It's not always easy, but it's rewarding, and there's a lot of potential. So.
All right. So that was Jason's story, and appreciated him being able to come on at least via video to kind of talk through things. But this can be you in the future. Being able to have us help you get started selling on Amazon if you haven't even started yet, or if you've already started, help tweak some things that need to be tweaked to get you on the right track, and then help you to increase your sales, find more inventory, have more consistency in your business so you can start seeing that kind of snowball growth month after month, growing over and over and over again. So I want to invite you to our coaching program again, fulltimefba.com/coaching, where we can help you make a full-time income selling on Amazon and be able to make that a realistic expectation for you. So we're going to transition now to some questions about the topic from tonight, or questions about our coaching program. So Rebecca's going to come back on camera, and we're going to continue to talk.
I'm back. So before we get into the questions, again, if you're here live, go ahead and put your questions in the chat or in the Q&A. You can do that anonymous in the Q&A. And just before we get into that, if you are watching this and you're thinking about whether or not the coaching program is for you, my question to you is, have you booked your Connect call yet? Have you taken that step to just get on a call with Steven and talk to him about where you are in your business, about what your goals are, and what you need to do to get there? 10 minutes with Steven, see if you're a good fit, and ask him those questions. fulltimefba.com/connect. And that will help you just to take that first step towards making it a reality to work on this goal of building your business to get to a really solid side income or even a full-time income. It is possible. We like to tell our coaching students that from 12 to 18 to 24 months, you can build a full-time income within that time frame if you are doing it with the intention of building it for a full-time income. And so it is possible that this time next year, your life could be very different if you start today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so we want to help you. So let us help you. We've been there. We've helped others. We can show you the way. And you don't have to go at it alone anymore. And so
Yep.
we can help. So fulltimefba.com/coaching. Let's do this.
Yep. All right, let's get into some questions. Don't have very many questions today, but we will jump into the ones that we do have. Do you teach how to use any OA tools in your coaching? OA is online arbitrage.
We have like we don't have a complete teaching and training on certain online arbitrage tools because most of the online tools that are created that we suggest already have their own teaching and training that's actually really good. We will we have like times where we suggest certain things that maybe the online arbitrage tool training doesn't cover. We we'll suggest those kind of things, but most of them do have really good trainings that can help you. But there are certain aspects or certain ways of looking at things that we do bring to the online arbitrage tool or any kind of tool that we suggest that can help you take things even further.
Yeah, and we do have an online arbitrage course that is included in coaching.
Yes.
Um, I know it's included in the 12-month. Is it in the 3-month or the 6-month one? There's For the 12-month coaching program, there are 5 courses included, and for the 6-month coaching program, there's 3 courses. And I cannot remember off the top of my head if the online arbitrage one is in 6 and 12.
So the online arbitrage and the replens course are only in the 12-month program.
Okay.
If
So
you do
yeah,
the
if you do the 12-month program, you get access to the online arbitrage course, which isn't particular, like specific to any one tool. It covers online arbitrage as a concept, how to do it in general, how to build up your business and to find inventory that way. It covers manual sourcing in addition to how to use some other tools, how to use deal lists. And so it's not specific to one tool, but it is online arbitrage in general. And I'll tell you this, as someone who does online arbitrage for a significant portion of my sourcing time, Stephen is more into RA than I am. I do more online arbitrage, and we both have wholesale accounts. The skill of manual sourcing for online arbitrage, don't sleep on it. A lot of
right.
people are like, oh, you need to get this thing to scan and you need to get this and that. A combination of using a deal list like we have with our VA teams, plus being able to go in and follow rabbit trails and manually source on your own, that's just a skill set that can take you so far with doing online arbitrage. And so highly recommend learning that skill. Even though it is good to have a VA working for you, it is good to use scanning programs. You really need to have that skill set as well.
Yeah,
And we teach it.
absolutely.
And we teach it.
Right. Well, we can show you how to do it. Yes.
Yeah. I was just thinking as I was saying this, I don't know, maybe within the coaching program, because I haven't ever done any type of specific thing. If you ever want within the coaching program, Stephen, to have like a OA focus, I would love to be part of that.
That sounds cool. Yes.
Yeah. All right. When you are selling the same item as somebody else, how much competition is too much competition?
So it basically depends on what the average sales rank is. Um, like if you're able to, and this is something we teach in our courses, guesstimating how many sales an item gets. There's no way to know for sure, and so we try to. There's certain tools that you can use that are free. There are certain tools you can use that are paid that help you guesstimate the number of sales. But it's like, okay, if um, if an item only sells twice a month and there's 10 competitors, that's way too many, obviously. But if the item is selling 300 times a month and there's five competitors, then y'all all can share. If you're all competitively priced close to each other, then you're going to rotate in the buy box. You're going to have each have different times in the buy box. And so there's no real quick and easy number to tell you how many is too much, but the lower the sales rank number is, that means the more sales that item gets. And so the lower the number of, the lower the sales rank number, the higher number of competitors you can handle.
Yeah, and that's where what we were talking about last night with Keepa really comes into play. Learning how to read the Keepa data and looking at just a handful of data points, you can get to where you can look at it and look at that competition compared to the price and or the sales rank history, the number of units that are selling per month, and you can make these calls really quickly. It takes practice, but you will get there where it's not so overwhelming of like, how do I know? You'll get to where you know. And
Yep.
each category acts differently as well. The sales rank is going to mean different things and act differently in books as it is from toys, as it is from groceries, and you'll get to where you learn that as well with practice.
Yep.
And we
Absolutely.
can we can teach you that too, and that's covered in the Keepa course as well.
Yep.
Okay, how do you deal with stores that have a limit on the number of items that you can buy? This is a problem when you're trying to buy replens.
Yeah, sometimes like you might be like, "Oh, I want to buy 20 of these," and the store will say, "Sorry, we have a limit of 10 per customer." And so,
Or
well,
three per
or
customer.
yeah, or sometimes it's three per customer. So in situations like that, this is what we do, and it works 99% of the time. We order whatever the minimum is. And once we get notified that the item has been shipped, then we'll go order more of whatever, on a separate order. You don't just, so the point is breaking up the orders, but you want to break them up after you've gotten confirmation that the first order has shipped. And so
So
you
that it
have to,
doesn't get canceled.
right. Yes. And so you want to make sure that you spread that out, and that's what we do. I mean, there's times I remember there was a time where we were trying to buy a kid's basically like a T-ball type of toy, and we wanted to buy a bunch of them, and they only had a certain limit, so we bought the limit. And once we got the notification that it shipped, we bought the limit again until we got up to whichever number of items we wanted in stock. And so it's a little bit of a pain, but it's workable and doable.
It's doable, yeah. It just requires some strategy, which is why wholesale is such a great way
Yeah.
to source. I hear Peter coming in. The wholesale, you can get around that by ordering in, larger bulk numbers.
Yes.
But OA is still great. It's still something I do every day. So, all right. Well, that's all the questions we've had come in so far. I've already issued a last call in the comments. So I think that's what we've got for tonight, Stephen.
All right. Well, I want to remind you that tomorrow night, um, two things. Number one, we're gonna be talking about turning the roadblocks that are stopping you from being successful in your Amazon business, how to turn those into meaningless speed bumps that will be helpful for you to come back tomorrow. Because even if you're not experiencing these roadblocks yet, they're coming, and we can help you through those. So that's the first thing. The second thing is we have a big announcement we want to let you know about tomorrow, and so be sure you come back tomorrow night and hear the announcement. Yeah, and then also, I guess the third thing is tomorrow night at midnight, those coupon codes expire. And so you want to take advantage of those coupon codes to save and join our coaching program. We cannot wait for you to be with us, hanging out with us, and have a good time. We have another special guest that's going to be here tomorrow night. So we got some really cool stuff planned for you tomorrow night. And so continue along with us with the Amazon Reseller Profit Roadmap, y'all. All right. Are you muted?
I
Oh,
just realized I was still muted. Peter walked in the room, so I muted it so that I could talk to him. I just wanted to say again, thank you to Andy and Sasha for coming,
yes.
and we're so glad that they're in the program. And if you join, you get to hang out with them too.
Yeah, yeah, they're pretty cool. Well, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. God bless everybody.
Bye.
Bye.